Well, welcome back, guys. This is another movie review. Yes, looks a little different. It's not the typical one with my friend Zach. We just couldn't match up the times we can film together, so I'm doing this one by myself. And he actually hated this movie, so he actually didn't even want to do the review. The good news about this movie is that it's doing well in the box office. You know, a lot of movies have been flopping, but if you don't see this movie, you're not missing much. It's the fourth one, and they should have stopped at two. The two recent ones have not been good. Personally, this last one was a little bit more enjoyable, but doesn't make it a good movie. The pacing is very slow in the like 2/3 of the movie, and you're kind of uninterested. The action scenes are good, but once again, these guys are older, and it seems like they're older. They're not moving as quick. There's not as intense. The best action scene of the movie is with Reggie. It's actually a very, very good action scene. It was cool. It was great to see someone other than them two always getting the action. So that one with Reggie finally gets his like hero moment. Big thing I was against most of the movie was the jokes. They basically said a joke every 3 seconds, kind of like a Marvel type thing, and about 8% of them landed. They had some cool cameos. Don't want to spoil too much, but they did have, I would say one because it's not a big deal. I mean, neither of them are a big deal. But they had Michael Bay in a car, like almost run over Will Smith, and that was cool to see. Will Smith was typical. Try to give this character a little bit more, like a little bit more spice by adding some type of. He was having an issue, like mid to the end of the movie, and I kind of got it. It was kind of okay, but near the end, it was kind of getting annoying. It was like actually affecting what's going on. I was like, bro, just get it over with. Like this is taking too long. The most annoying joke. Oh my gosh, it's with Marcus, the other guy. They're making this joke about his diet and him not being able to eat sweets and stuff, and it was way too long, way too drawn out. It's like, bro, you're like 50, like no one really cares, and they're doing slow motion shots with him doing it, but trying to eat snacks and stuff or eating snacks, and it was just like, dude, no one gives a fuck. So that was very drawn out and very annoying, and I was like actually genuinely annoyed like after like the fifth joke. I was like, dude, I don't really care. I was actually happy they brought back Will Smith's son from the past movie. I thought he was gonna be like in jail and like wasn't really do much and just like be like an information person, but he actually became a huge part of the movie. Like he was having like a character development kind of, and then at the end like they just threw that shit away. I don't want to spoil too much. I mean, I might just do spoilers because like the movie is like not in depth at all. You could tell who's a traitor literally immediately in the movie. If you don't figure out who it is within the first like 15 minutes, like don't wanna say you're stupid, but you're fucking stupid. It's very obvious. I was not shocked at all. They tried a lot of different camera angles this movie, and I did enjoy it. Like it was cool to see different type of things. There was one you saw. I don't know if you've seen the videos where like they have a gun and then the cameras with the gun as they're like pointing it and shooting it for like a first person shooter point of view. It looked better behind the scenes. Watching it in that movie, it just looked a little wonky, like a bad video game, and it was just kind of it didn't fit the movie that well. I mean, I'm hoping they're done making these movies. I mean, they might not because of fucking box office and people like me are watching the movie, so they might make another one. Hopefully they don't. They're getting old, and it's not as efficient, not as cool looking anymore. And there's a lot of plot stuff I didn't like mainly with Will Smith, and like they're trying to. You can see in the trailer like someone's getting framed, and they're trying to prove it wrong, and they wasn't working out, and they could have just went straight to the people and tell them, but now they're on the run because for whatever reason, just corruption and then them falling out of the plane and surviving somehow. Marcus, he was like the comedy guy. Like every line he said was comedy. Every line, literally, like, if you go to when you go watch that movie, it is literally every single line. But at no point did I ever like laugh out loud. There was one cameo where I was actually laughing because it was just funny. Like why the fuck he's in that movie? But other than that, like none of the jokes were landing at all. It was more like Fast and Furious type of like action, and I would say a wannabe without the cars Fast and Furious movie. But with that, I give Bad Boys 4 a whopping 5.6 out of 10. Would I recommend watching the movie theater? No, you could watch that on Netflix. Wait for it to come on DVD. It's not worth it to watch a movie theater unless you really like Will Smith in them. But other than that, watch it at home or don't watch it at all. I won't remember this movie in about after I press end. So thank you guys for watching. The next one will be Inside Out 2, which I'm very excited for. Thank you.